Let's go.
Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of the A&E Soccer Podcast, where we will be talking about soccer, anything and everything soccer. And take it away, Misha.
Yeah, so let's start with the main topic. So we're going to be looking at all the transfers of what's going on in the whole world. Messi wanting to leave Barca, teams he can join. We're also going to be talking about all the games like the Champions League final, Bayern Munich winning the Champions League, and the 8-2 defeat against Barca. That's not right. 8-2 defeat against Barca. 8-2.
8-2.
No, 8-2. Bayern Munich won that game.
Yeah, Bayern Munich won that game. That was a pretty
Bayern Munich won
game,
that game.
I have to admit.
Bayern Munich is also doing very good this season.
They are
actually for the past season, and also
I think their team has been very strong, especially with Lewandowski up on top.
Yes.
Midfield and their defense has always been really strong. They have Joshua Kimmich left back, Alphonso Davies right back, and then they have two pretty strong center backs. They have Alaba, and who else is their other center back?
I think it's what's his name? No,
forget his name, but he's tall. He's tall, and
I'm not sure.
I
anyhow, we can also scratch the 3-0 defeat, the 3-0 game Juventus against Barcelona. Barcelona has also been not doing that good. Messi is not pumped up, motivated, and Ronaldo's also about to stop playing soccer since he's getting
both
old.
of them.
He's
they're at the end of their career.
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna say 36. I'm pretty sure they're both getting old. Don't get me wrong, they're still very good players, and I don't think they're super old. And let's say they're really bad, but they're definitely they're not in their prime anymore. That's for sure. They're just gonna be going downhill from here. Unlike some players, if you've seen Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's been doing very good in Serie A so far with AC Milan. That's actually pretty impressive. He's been doing really good. But yeah, it's sad to see Barca falling apart like this. But not just Barca, Real Madrid too. They both of these big clubs, you could say, not even just teams, because both clubs are ginormous. You know them worldwide. They're a worldwide name. Everybody knows who Barcelona is. Everybody knows who Real Madrid is.
Real Madrid.
They're just two common teams. And it's sad. They've definitely been failing, especially Real Madrid. A lot of their greatest players are on the bench, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Gareth Bale left. That's one big thing.
Yeah.
Moved back to Tottenham, which I would never expect to see because that's the first club where he started to play at. But it's pretty cool to see that. A lot of good players left from Real Madrid. Also, Rodriguez did. He moved to Everton, now in the Prem League.
Maybe it had really something to do about how they were being treated in the club. Maybe they were not the coaches. I don't know. This is just a theory. Maybe the coaches were not letting them do something or letting them play as much or stuff like that. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not really up to date with Real Madrid. But two of the best teams since 2010 at least have been falling apart.
Even before that, left. The 1900s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they're just these big clubs, and it's crazy to see how bad they're doing compared to other teams. These other small teams in La Liga are able.
I know.
They're still barely winning their games. There's nothing wrong with that because that's good. That means they're facing competition, and not every game's going to be easy. But it's crazy to see how big of a difference it's been because they used to be so good, and now they've gotten this far down, you could say.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, the Champions League final. 1-0 for Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes, that was underwhelming in my opinion. It was still a good game, don't get me wrong, 1-0. But I expected a better game. After seeing that 8-2 defeat, I was expecting very strong push from Bayern. But you got to give it to Paris Saint-Germain too. They had good defense. They were playing good. Both teams played good. That's why it was a close game.
Yes, it was very close. Yeah, and the man of the match was Kingsley Coman. Scored a header. Yeah, and Bayern Munich just keeps on pushing and wins almost every game that they play.
I know they've been doing really good lately, especially with Lewandowski in the front. Like I was saying, their whole lineup is just so good. They have so many great players, very talented players. They have two very young, good fullbacks, Kimmich and Alphonso Davies. Have a bright future ahead of them.
Yeah, Alphonso Davies. He pushes aside, gets into the box, passes Lewandowski, Thomas Müller. Anyone scores, bam! It's an easy win. Alphonso Davies is very fast on the side. Also, really good footwork. He just gets around any defender, really. Can pass it in the middle. Really nice shot. Yeah, and Lewandowski, he like Thomas Müller, he makes some mistakes, right? The ball, he misses a pass or whatever, but Lewandowski still scores. Like everyone, their chemistry is just beautiful. Everyone, it's a big family basically, and
I agree with that. I think that's very one overlooked thing there. I would say chemistry is very good. That's one important thing that's very overlooked in my opinion. You can have all these great players play together. That doesn't mean they're going to play well together. You can have Cristiano and Messi play on the same team. If they both want to be the center of attention, let's just say, we have two players that want the center of attention, it's not going to always work. Just because you have good players doesn't mean you're going to have good chemistry. So I think that's a very overlooked point.
Exactly. One important thing in a soccer team is good chemistry. If two teammates are like something, they had a fight or whatever, an argument, and then it's match day, they cannot play together. They're going to be mad. If someone misses a pass, if he accidentally loses the ball, the other one's going to be mad. Then the other person's going to try to defend himself or herself and say that, my foot slipped, blah, 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 and then it's going to get into a big fight. The team's going to get involved. It's going to get personal. That's not good. You want always, there could be fights, but you still want to stay together and try not to like get it to an extreme level, because then you just can't play.
You want to have that's one big thing. You want to have good relationships with your teammates, especially just like be able to read them too when you're on the field, like to know where they're moving, to know where they're going. And like you said, just having like good relationships off the pitch and on the pitch, meaning good friends, you hang out together. And like you said, you don't really, like you could be mad at each other. There's nothing wrong with that. Things are going to happen in between you guys, but you shouldn't always bring that to the pitch. Like you guys are a team. You guys are end up working together. So it's very important to have a good relationship.
Very important, yes.
So for the next topic, that's exactly what we're going to talk about.
The 8-2 defeat of Barcelona against Bayern Munich. It
one
was
of the craziest games.
Yes.
All 2020, I would say.
Bayern Munich almost scored every 10 minutes, with Thomas Müller scoring in the 4th minute, him scoring again in the 31st, Ivan Perisic, sorry if I said the name wrong, in the 21st, Serge Gnabry in the 27th, Joshua Kimmich in the 63rd, Robert Lewandowski 82nd, Philip Coutinho 85th and 89th. 1 minute away from full time.
Very impressive game by Bayern Munich.
Yes, very. And Barcelona got 2 goals, one from Luis Suarez and one from David Alaba.
Which was an own goal.
And
he tried to clear it, but sometimes it doesn't work out. You're going to make those mistakes in a game, especially when you have 2 very good teams. Usually it comes down to whoever makes the least mistakes. Because when you have those very 2 good teams, just like what happened for Paris Saint-Germain, they had versus Bayern Munich. Not to bring this up again, but they had a set piece, Bayern Munich, and Paris Saint-Germain weren't defending good enough, so they scored off the header.
And that's exactly where it comes in. Like the accuracy, if you do less mistakes, then you're just going to be ahead. Since the pass accuracy was, they were both teams were, their accuracy was extraordinary, but Barcelona did have only 85% pass accuracy, in which Bayern Munich 87. So you could see how they can pass better, better teamwork, you know. But Barcelona did 470 passes, in which Bayern Munich 450. And I guess Barcelona lost the ball in some of those passes because,
I was about to say, they had a lot of pressure on them, and I think Bayern Munich did a very good job of defending them, and they did a very good job of isolating Messi, because Messi is really their star player. They have a bunch of great young players, a bunch of good players that could still do all of these things, but Messi is, once you get the ball to him, he's going to score a goal. But that's what Bayern Munich did very good. They isolated him. They didn't let him get the ball, and they went on they attacked every counter attack, and they were able to defend every attack. So they did a very good job and played well, and it showed from the score.
Yeah, I think you can also see that a lot of people in the Barcelona team were like passing, and that they had more possession. So since they had 51% of the time the possession, and Bayern Munich only 49%. So you could see that Messi could be involved in some of that, with always his insane dribbles, getting to the goal, shooting. Yeah, Barcelona had 7 shots, but Bayern Munich 26, and 14 of them were on target, in which Barcelona only 5 of them were on target from 7.
That's another crucial thing I would say Barcelona messed up right there. I don't feel like they had some good potential chances to score a goal, but Suarez, he messed up on a couple of them. He had some goals that could have gone in. He was close. It was a good game still, very shocking, and it really shows how much Barcelona has declined as a team, and it shows how much Messi has too. Like, no means I'm not saying any of these players are bad players. These are all world-class players. They play professionally. They get paid millions of dollars a year just to play, and they're all very good, talented players. But you could see how much of a difference there is between, and how much more motivated you would say Bayern are more than Barca. And I think one big thing that has to do with it is probably Messi and him being upset in the situation he is right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like Neymar left, Iniesta left, all of his like best buddies left, and now he still, I mean, his whole team is his family basically, but not as close as everyone else was that left. All of his, like, you could see that all those training clips of him training with his team, you could see how close, like, the bond between some of the players with Messi. And now they left, so every time he scores a goal, he's not that excited anymore, because he knows he always scores a goal basically almost every match. But he didn't score a goal in this match, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, you could see he's not that motivated anymore. And yeah, it was also a pretty aggressive game, 13 fouls by Barcelona and 22 by Bayern Munich. Both teams got 3 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Yeah, it was pretty intense,
It was an intense game. And speaking of intense game, did you see, I don't know if you saw the Clásico against Marseille versus PSG. I'm pretty sure there was like 17 yellow cards and like 5 red cards. It was a pretty crazy game. A lot of fights broke out, and it just proves to you like how much of a rivalry you could have on a pitch. It gets pretty intense, but that's what's entertaining.
Yeah. And there was also, this is just to round it all up, 9 corners for Bayern Munich, 6 for Barcelona. And you could also see that Bayern Munich knows that they're offsides. Only 2 offsides, Barcelona 4. And yeah, they knew that they had to stay a little back and then take the ball, give it to a winger, and then he's just going to run forward, pass it center. That's a beautiful tactic, usually always works. If there's a good defender that can jump up, block it, push the winger away, it might not work, but it usually works for me. I am a winger personally, usually works, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 2-8 Barcelona against Bayern Munich game for you. And let's move on to Messi. We're gonna actually stay around the whole Messi situation right now, of him wanting to leave Barca. If I recall correctly, he wanted to leave to a English soccer team. I think it was Man United, or
I think it was Man City actually.
Yeah,
I know.
like that.
I don't know like if anything actually happened, but I know
Mm-hmm.
Messi's very close to Pep Guardiola, which is the manager. I think the coach. I said manager.
Yeah.
Sorry, coach of Man City, and they're very close together because he was at Barcelona while Messi was there for a good amount of time, and I think that would have been really crazy and fun to see at the same time, to see him just in a different league, since his whole career he has been in La Liga. So it would have been different to see him go against different opponents, and not just that, just him in a different environment. Like that would be interesting.
Yeah.
It would be very cool too.
Function with a different team, He has been in Barcelona for a very long time.
Ever since he was like 13, I think.
Yeah.
That's the only club he's ever played for, I'm pretty sure, professionally at least.
Well, that's also pretty cool to play for already like a very, like, I'm not going to say high club, but it's like a very, what's a good adjective for it? It's a club that has a lot of meaning. That's like, you would know, like you said before, like that right when you hear the club,
very
then you know it right
big
away.
Club. It's just like a big club. Exactly. It's prestigious. It's you can almost say it's more superior, not necessarily in like it. They're just a bigger club. They have more money. Yeah. They're more well known, more popular. You could say they're definitely on the more popular side. If you you ask someone to name the top 3 teams from La Liga, they would obviously Barcelona, Real Madrid, probably Atletico Madrid. Those would probably be the teams that like a normal person on the street would name that knows their soccer.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Messi has stayed there in Barcelona. Really good team. It's also pretty cool to go right, like when you're very young, to a very high team and play there for your whole life. But it also gets sometimes sad if you cannot leave it, because he's trying to leave. I don't know what exactly the problem is. I think Barcelona is not letting him leave or something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's their president he's upset with, or it's like one of like the higher people up in the actual like the team. Because like in La Liga, I know like the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona can actually get very political, especially like with their leaders and their presidents. Because that's like a lot of their economy right there, and power and wealth is just from soccer, because how big of a sport it is and how big it is over there.
It's one of the biggest sports. Like I think
globally.
Like globally, half the
because the Champions League is
population.
the most. Yeah, Champions League is the most watched sporting event on an annual basis.
Yeah. And it had this this year it had an average of about 1 million viewers.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. And and you could see that Neymar kind of had a better just progression in his life. He first played for Brazil, I think, right?
Yeah, he played for Los Santos, I'm pretty sure, when he was in Brazil.
Yeah.
And then he moved with Barca
to the Brazil national
Suarez.
Team. Then Barca, yeah, exactly.
And Barca with Suarez, and then Messi.
And now he's PSG.
Those are like PSG. What do you think about that transfer?
I actually found it kind of like, I don't know. It was. I mean, it's good for Messi. I just feel like he is. Oh, sorry. I mean, good for Neymar. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was too focused on Messi. But yeah, I feel like it's good for Neymar since it's a very good team, and I just feel like Neymar has a lot of potential because I don't know. It's like PSG is just a very good team overall. Neymar usually played in South America, like the whole America, and now that he moved to Europe, it's different, you know. It's also like a different culture, everything. And yeah, and then it's also like different leagues, and
you're gonna get different teams,
different.
different play style.
Exactly.
I understand. I would actually kind of disagree with you on that point. Just like
really?
his move to PSG. I would agree that I'm sure it's good for him in his future. I'm glad he did it. But I kind of miss that trio, Suarez, Messi.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Neymar, and that's one reason that Messi is super unhappy too. He wants Neymar and Suarez there. Now that Suarez has gone to Atletico and Neymar has gone, he's the last one there almost, like in the front three line. Like those were his buddies. That was like the trio that everybody knew and they loved, and that was like the iconic trio. Super good, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch too. And I think that has a lot to affect with Messi too, which is one reason why
he's mentally
he's not
like
motivated anymore. That's for sure.
His mental and physical state, because he's not motivated. He's like sad mentally. Physically, he just doesn't really want to. You could see him on the pitch. He usually walks around. Like if you look at any game, once he gets the ball, he runs. But if there's someone with the ball right next to him, he doesn't even attack anymore. That's how unmotivated he is. And it kind of hurts to see. He was like a star for everyone, really. Like everyone knew him as a very good player, and he was just like the star. He was really good. But now that like his friends left, he's hurt basically, mentally and not physically, but mentally, because
it's affecting him. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It has an impact. You could just tell by the way.
Yeah.
How he handles those things, and definitely the situation with Barcelona is not happening at all. Like him being unhappy, just him being unhappy alone with anything about the team, it's not going to motivate him. Sorry, like if you're unhappy about something, you're going to want to change it. And he's said things before, and he's tried to do things before, but I think he's just he's like at the point where he's done with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good shifting point to some other transfers we would like to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'd like to talk about some in the Premier League, especially with Liverpool. Diego Jota, they signed for, I do not know, I'm going to say 40 million. I do not know exactly how much. I remember they signed Thiago Alcantara for 20 million from Bayern Munich. Very good midfielder from Spain. He hasn't played a lot, but the games he did play, he's already broke the record for the most passes in 1/2, which is amazing. Great midfielder, super talented. But I would say it sucks that he's not able to play on the pitch as much as we would like to see him. That's much I'm a big Liverpool fan. I would like to see him out there more, that's for sure. But he's had some injuries, and he's recovering, but I would like to see him last for sure. And also Diego Jota, he's been doing super good. He scored the 1,000th goal for Liverpool club, I'm pretty sure, in the Champions League match. He's done super good. He scored like 3 goals out of his first 5 matches. Very good player, very essential up there in the front. And I think he's going to work very well with the team. And it was a good transfer made by Liverpool. But I think we definitely still need to send him back after Virgil van Dijk. Hope he gets better soon. And yeah, are there any other transfers you'd like to talk about?
No, not really. I mean, I haven't really heard of anyone else being transferred, so I cannot really say anything. But no, I mean, not that I know of, no.
Okay, well, I think that's a good way to wrap up our first episode. So thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Also, leave a like down below. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to say or share, you could leave them down in the comment section down below. And we'll see all you guys in the next episode.
And about the comments, we're going to try to answer them as soon as possible at our next podcast. Talk about what you guys want to know. And yeah, that's all.
That's about it. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for listening.